Welcome back to Pickleball for All. Probably the most relatable topic that we could talk about with pickleball players is how to play against a banger. So, Cooper, welcome back.
What's up?
So what's a banger? When you hear a banger in the pickleball world, what's that mean?
Someone who doesn't know how to dink.
Right, exactly. They got no soft skills. They just try to hammer the ball. Yep. We've all played against those guys that rip the ball at Mach 10 and try to do it every time. So today we're going to talk about how you play against bangers and how to defend that. Yep. But, tell me, why are bangers so effective in the amateur world?
Because a lot of people don't have great reaction time. There's a select few out there, like I can name a few off the top of my head from this area, that just have amazing reaction time and it's part of their athleticism and they can handle it, but most people just can't handle a fast ball or pick up a ball with that amount of pace coming towards them. So
right.
And with the paddles we have, these next generation paddles, man, power is just insane.
Yeah, it really jumps off the paddle. When you play against guys and ladies, I've played against just several people that just hammer the ball.
Right.
I'm thinking of several off the top of my head that it's hard to catch up with that pace if you're not ready for it.
Right. Well, I think a big reason why people get so frustrated with it is they just don't it's hand positioning. Paddle and hand positioning really is what gets you in a lot of trouble, and not bending your knees. But the main issue is people, for some reason, and I'm talking myself specifically because I play a banger style, but I also can't handle it.
Right.
But
you can give it, you just can't take it.
Yeah.
Right.
But the way you can really beat it and shut it down is just by having your paddle in the correct position.
Yeah.
And a lot of people end up keeping their paddle below the net, the top of the net line, and or holding it, too far to the left, too far to the right, instead of a neutral position, and that's what gets a lot of people in trouble. Because most of the time, when you have a banger style player, they're not really aiming. They're going for center mass, or they're going for a general line or a general middle. So just having your paddle in a neutral position, and then also having your paddle high when you're at the net can take away a lot of those shots, and you can be a lot faster than you realize you are.
Well, one thing that I learned pretty quick playing against bangers is instead of trying to hit the ball back to them, you're defending the ball back to them.
Right.
You're more so just getting your paddle in the way of the ball.
Yeah. Well, and that's a touchy subject as well, because I feel like as you progress, it becomes less of that. From a beginner to intermediate to early advanced, yes, when you have a player that can just launch it at you 24/7, your best tactic is to reset, loosen your grip, defend that shot, get it to drop, get them to have to run up, and then, they might hit it high if they don't have a steady dink game, and that's when you can finish the ball. But at a high level, what the pros do, and what, I think higher intermediate, anybody past 4.5 to a pro, if you can't hit it back immediately as hard as they're hitting it at you, you're done. And that's a 4.5 and up. It's kind of it's a weird curve, because you get to your beginner, and talking about hitting the ball hard, beginner level to intermediate to low advanced, you're really dealing with defending that shot. As soon as you get to 4 or 5, if you can't hit it hard back just as hard as the other guy's hitting it back at you,
right.
They'll pick that out immediately. And I've had Kirk Brotherton tell me that. He just played some open tournaments recently, which is the highest level in this area. And if you can't handle a drive, they're going to pick that out in the first 2 shots. First 2-3 shots, somebody's going to hit it at you as hard as they can, as low over the net as they can.
Right.
And if you can't immediately return that ball with pace, they're going to attack you every time until that game's over.
So the strategy for the banger is to kind of smoke you out.
Right.
To try to figure out, okay, can 100%. They handle this?
Yep. And those guys at a high level, man, they can just hit it anywhere between a foot and right at the top of the net the whole game.
Right.
Because their technique's so good, so flawless. But
I've always kind of considered the banger in pickleball kind of the bully of the pickleball world.
Absolutely.
They're just trying to just hammer the ball at their opponents every time.
Well, and it's really changed the entire pace of the game.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
we've kind of gone to a heavy hitter style,
Right.
even in the pros.
And I think the younger the player, not just age, but in the game, they all tend to go to that banging style.
Right.
Like when I play
100%.
with my 18-year-old son, he's trying to hit it as hard as he possibly can at me.
Right.
I mean, that's probably for a multitude of reasons. But the younger they are, they really try to speed the ball up.
Right. Well, and I mean, it's the same thing as any other sport. Youth emulates what the pros and the greats do, and right now, media, advertisement, just the way the pros play, it's all geared towards how hard we can get a paddle to hit, how hard we can get a player to hit that ball successfully. And
do you think the banging style kind of evolved because of the tech of the paddles, that you get that trampoline effect off of the paddles so much that you can really take advantage of that?
I think it definitely accelerated that trend,
yeah,
for sure, because now you have a paddle that can, and you can see there's some great analysts out there like Pickleball Studios who has done some reviews on that, like some actual slow-mo footage on how the trampoline effect is so much faster off of these new gen paddles.
Right.
And it's gotten so fast now that it's faster than the naked eye can translate that ball from at paddle face to over the net.
Right. Which is, we're going to do an episode on this, which is why it's even more important to wear eyewear now.
Right.
Because the ball is coming so fast
right.
at you from such a short
No, you just
distance.
can't even react to it now.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how great of an athlete you are.
Right.
You can't get your paddle
Well,
up
and you
fast
see
enough.
it all the time. I mean, the last open match I just saw, I can't remember which PPA it was, but, I mean, guys that have their hand in the correct position, their paddle in the correct position, most of the time those pros are returning that ball back, but every now and then you'll see one. Somebody
Right.
will launch one, they'll get
Sure.
body bagged or hitting the shoulder or hitting the hand.
Right.
And, that ball's just coming so fast if you're not in the correct position.
Sure.
It's kind of similar to baseball,
Right.
You're at the plate, that ball is coming to you so fast. Those guys are, they've done it so many times that they're guessing correctly, but it's really just you're guessing at an advanced level.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, to beat the banger, for the amateur, block, don't swing at it.
Right.
Now, when you get more advanced like you've got to hit it back just as hard.
Right.
Resetting is super important to try to get them into the soft game.
100%.
And proper positioning.
Grip strength. That's a huge one.
Right. Grip strength, loose or tight?
Loose.
Definitely.
Loose at the kitchen. If you understand your opponent's game. Your opponent's, hitting it hard with a tight grip. Most of the time, you need to have a loose grip up at the kitchen because most of the power's coming off his shot. So
Sure.
you have a tight grip, and that ball comes back and it hits your paddle, you're going to hit it out 90% of the time.
Sure.
And you're going to be wondering, what did I do? Because you're thinking in your head, all you did was a reset. But if you're not thinking about your grip strength, you can hit a reset, quote unquote, and it go 30 yards and out of the court.
Right. So are there specific drills you can do? Do you just have to play against bangers to get used to it?
I think you can do. I think volley drills are a great way to work on your grip strength. Have another guy in front of you. You're both at the kitchen, and you're just hitting them in a pattern. The goal is to not beat the other guy. You're aiming at the other player's paddle. You want to hit that ball as many times as possible. Get the reps in.
Yeah.
And work on your grip strength and see how the difference between holding tight and how far and poppy that ball goes.
Right.
Versus a dull grip, a grip 1 out of 10 from a 3 to a 4 down to a 2. There's almost a vibration through the handle when that ball hits.
Sure.
And that's the energy transferring through your handle instead of to the ball because the paddle's absorbing all of that energy.
Interesting.
So your ball's not going to travel as far. Whereas if you have a super tight grip, that ball's immediately going to pop off that paddle and go the other direction.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody gave me some advice once playing against a banger. You want to more catch the ball with your paddle.
Yep.
Instead of, when you're trying to reset it into the soft game, you want to catch it because you want to give a little bit.
It's kind of, that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. So that's how you handle bangers in the pickleball world. So what do we got coming up at the factory in the next couple weeks? Anything? We got the $2 mid-play.
Right.
Midday going on right now.
Right. That's on weekdays, Monday through Friday. $2 entry for anybody. Non-member, member. So
that's a great way to work on come in for $2 and just drill.
Absolutely.
Bring some people in and just work on drilling.
Yeah.
Because you said, in the I think the last episode, just how the ratio from drilling and playing, and it should be about 50-50, if not heavier to the drilling.
Heavier to drilling, yeah.
Right.
So if you're still serious about getting better, find that time in the midday. If you have time in the midday, just come in and get you a 30-minute session or an hour session with the ball machine, or just getting reps and hitting that ball as many times as you can. Right. That's what's going to make you better. Awesome. So don't forget the exciting thing we've got coming up, and that is the Pickleball, our big tournament that we're putting on, right, Cooper? Right.
And so it's, again, for the listeners, it's a MILP style and that kind of stuff. You can sign up on our website at picklecape.com. You can sign up on the app. If you don't have the app yet, that's our Pickleball Factory app. Just go to, whether you use Apple or Google, just go to the App Store and download that. You can sign up there. But it's going to be exciting stuff. We got, you've already talked about a lot of players that are going to play in this.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, be looking for that, the Pickleball at the Pickleball Factory, which is exciting, because it's the weekend before Super Bowl, so we kind of want to do a tie-in for that. We're going to make people wear full football pads and helmets. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that.
Full contact.
Right, full contact pickleball. It's going to be a totally different game. So, yeah, sign up at our website or on the app. Well, if you've got questions or if you would like topics for us to address, just email us at info@picklecape.com. And the next episode we're going to do, we talked about bangers. We've got to talk about lobbers next, right? Which is the bane of my existence. I cannot stand playing against lobbers. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that and figuring out how that can help my game.
Absolutely.
But thanks again for listening. And remember, this is your podcast because pickleball is for all. We'll see you next time.